Bill White's Midday Rant is a short, sharp take on what's happening and how it relates to you. Agree or disagree? Listen to middayrant.com today.
As you know, a couple of weeks ago, the U.S. Congress gifted Ukraine $40 billion, a total of $58 billion of taxpayers' money so far this year, despite the efforts of Senator Rand Paul. And since 2020, Congress has passed 3 COVID relief packages that add up to over $190 billion for public and private schools. The vast majority of that money has gone to school districts and remains unspent, with some estimates that more than 80% or over $150 billion of the money remains unallocated. Remember when Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats, and even some Republicans, said the country couldn't afford just $5 billion President Trump had requested to secure the nation's southern border? These same people have no difficulty spending over $200 billion of your money for their projects. So in the wake of yet another school shooting, after 19 students and 2 teachers were murdered in Uvalde, Texas, because the school district there refused to spend money to secure the safety of those children, remember, it's not because there isn't enough money. The government is awash with cash for Ukraine and for schools to buy equipment so that teachers don't have to attend schools to do their jobs. The government just doesn't have the money to protect our country, and the school administrators never have enough money to protect your children. Thank God my children are out of school, with 2 of them having recently graduated from universities. But if you have children in school in America and you're paying tax, ask yourself, why are you voting for people who refuse to protect you and your children? Why are you allowing these school administrators to have jobs that you pay for with your tax dollars? When are you going to say enough? When are you going to put a stop to the government's unchecked foreign spending? When are you going to tell these people that their services are no longer required? When my kids were in high school in the UK, I recall every time I went to their school that I had to be granted access to the building. There were 2 doors and both of them were locked, and someone was there to ensure that my reason for being there was legitimate and that I wasn't a threat to anyone inside that school. It's not rocket science, it's common sense. But leftists want to ban guns. The progressives want more laws, when really all that needs to be done is to spend the money schools already have to provide an adequate level of protection for children and teachers. You can ban every gun, and if you can collect them all, and good luck with that, the crazies would just use knives or bats or whatever they can get their hands on. It's not the weapon that's the problem, it's the crazy people and the total lack of security at what has been intentionally and foolishly created as a gun-free zone. Frankly, there'd be a lot more money to protect your children at school if our leaders would stop sending our money to Ukraine and to Iran and all the other foreign nations. As voters, we elect representatives and senators to protect our interests in our state, not to worry about the rest of the world. Back in March, in another of my rants, I spoke about government spending, and so I'll repeat. An intervention is needed while there's still a country to save.